Good morning, boys and girls, and I'm back in my PE gear today because today is Wednesday and it's Zoom PE day, isn't it? So the link and all the passwords and everything will be on Class Story. So do your best to try and do PE today if you can. Also, later on today on Class Story, I will be posting a little bit of World Around Us to do. So you have a little World Around Us booklet in your pack. So you'll need it for today, so you can have it out and have it ready. And there's going to be a few little videos I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to explain to you what the activity is. And we don't have to do it all today. We can do it over this week and next week. You can pick a time that suits you best. All right? So let's start with our date. And we're now into Wednesday. Today's date is Wednesday, the 10th of February 2021. Wednesday, the 10th of February 2021. And I'll just use my little revision sheet here for our spellings. As you know, you only have 7 of these. You don't have all of them. But it's useful for you just to practice these every day. All right? So, you can repeat them after me. I. No. The. To. Go. Into. He. She. We. Me. And be. Very good. Today for literacy, we are doing a comprehension. And as we know, a comprehension is where we read a story. It could be a true story or it could be a made-up story. This one is made up. And then we check that we've understood the story by answering some questions. So, let's have a listen. Now you can follow along on your own page, because if you try to watch me reading this on this page, you know what I'm like with this phone, it'll be all wibbly wobbly. So you can try and follow along and read off your own comprehension page, okay? So the story is called The Terrible Trip Up. Before sports day, the Fox team were boasting. "We'll win the trophy because we are so good," said one of the foxes. The rabbits were feeling worried about not being the best at anything. The cheetahs were very fast. "We'll win the trophy because we are so fast," said one of the cheetahs. The rabbits, foxes and zebras practiced the activities. "We'll win the trophy because we are so," said one of the koalas and fell asleep. Sports day arrived. The zebras won the egg and spoon race. "We'll win the trophy because we are so clever," said one of the zebras. Then it was the running race, and the cheetahs won. Next was the 3-legged race. All the animals lined up in pairs with one of their legs tied. The whistle blew, and they were off. The koalas fell asleep at the starting line. The cheetahs ran too fast and had to stop. The foxes pulled in different directions, in different ways, and fell over. The zebras argued and fell on top of the foxes. The rabbits just kept on going. They carefully moved together, counting and helping each other to the finish line. They won the trophy because they were good at teamwork, cheered all the animals. And just look at what they won. A beautiful trophy. And look how happy they are as well. So let's look at our questions then, and you can tick the correct answer each time. Who was boasting about being so good? The rabbits, the foxes, or the elephants? Question 2. What happened to the koalas in the 3-legged race? They won, they tripped up, they fell asleep. Which race did the zebras win? The egg and spoon race, the running race, the art race? Who won the 3-legged race? The foxes, the cheetahs, or the rabbits? Which team fell on top of the foxes? The cheetahs, the rabbits, or the zebras? Now make sure, boys and girls, when you're answering your questions, that you go back to the story, checking that you've got the right answer, okay? Keep looking back through the text. The text is the story, okay, to help you answer your questions. Moving on to maths then, and today we're taking a little break from taking away, from subtracting, and we're looking at data handling, which is just a fancy word for showing your results in different ways. So, here we have a winter count and graph chart. And it says count each of the winter items and fill in the graph. So you'll see here we have lots of different winter items, okay? So we have snowflakes, and there's a lot of snowflakes all around. There is lovely hot chocolate. Can you smell it? I can almost smell it. Ice skates, there's some of those around. We know what these are. Snowmen. This looks like the one Kira made a few weeks ago. And finally, there's a little girl in all her winter clothes. And she's got her ice skates on as well, okay? Now, you have to count each item and show it in your graph. So let's do the first one together. Let's count the snowflakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on your chart, you will see there are numbers along the side, and that's to help you with counting. So if there was only one snowflake, you would only have to colour in one box. Colour it in really nice and neatly. Colour the whole box in. How many snowflakes did we say we had? 5. So we're going to have to colour in 5 boxes. Okay? Then we count our snowmen. And we colour one box for each snowman we count. Then we count our hot chocolate. So I can see 2 there, so you're going to be colouring in 2 boxes. Then we count our ice skates. Now we only count these white ones, not the ones the little girl is wearing, okay? So don't worry about those. But we do at the end have to count how many little girls there are. And I can only see 1. All right? I'm a little distracted by these foxes fighting in the background here. So I better move my phone a little bit. So we count 1 girl, so we're going to colour in 1 box for her. So each time you count the winter items, and however many there are, that's how many boxes you colour. All right? Now we're going to do a little bit of sound and blending practice with some of our sound cards today. So get out your sat and pin again, and also M and D. So you can pause the video if you want, so you can get these sound cards out. S-A-T, P-I-N, M and D. So each time I am going to ask you to make a word. I want you to pause the video after I've said the word, make it, and then check that I have made it the same way as you, okay? So we're starting very easy. Your first word is pin. So pause the video and make pin. Well, it's not hard for me. It's right here in front of me. P, E, N, pin. P, E, N, pin. So we've got N, in, P, in, pin. The next word I want you to make is nip. Nip. Keep sounding it out as you're making it, over and over again, listening for each sound. And now pause. Did you manage to make it? Nip. N, I, P. Nip. I have another device here, boys and girls, and it keeps chirping and making little noises, so we'll just try to ignore that. I'm not sure what it wants. Now, your next word then is tap. Water comes out of the tap. So press pause now. T, A, P. Tap. Tap. And we'll do one more. This time your word is Sip, to have a sip of water. Sip. So press pause now. And there we have it. S-I-P. Sip. Sip. Very good. Keep those cards always at the ready every day, boys and girls, because we'll be using them each day this week. Continue on with your accelerated reading, boys and girls. And as I always say, if you need more books, just send me a little message. Also carry on with Sumdog. It's great for those math skills. And of course, today at 11:45, 10:45, we have our Zoom PE session. So I hope to see you there. And as I also said, World Around Us will be going up later on Class Story. And I think I've said enough now, so I'm going to stop. Okay? Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.